Minecraft mob and biome votes are a really cool thing that has been around for quite a while now, and it's Mojang's way of getting the community's reaction and feedback on what they would like to be added to Minecraft. However, in this video I'm going to be talking about why there may never be another Minecraft mob vote again. We're going to be looking at some past events and trends that have actually been really damaging to the game and how they have had a bad influence on the outcome of the votes. So if you do go on to enjoy this video, be sure to drop it a like and subscribe if you're new out here for daily Minecraft content. But without wasting any more time, let's get right into the video. Now to begin, mob and biome votes are actually damaging to the game itself and result in a bunch of lost content that may never be added to the game again. Now honestly, I've been thinking about this for a while and I really do not know why Mojang do these mob and biome votes, especially when you consider the situation the game is currently in. Now I'd understand it if it's like a small indie studio like Mojang used to be, it'd make a bit more sense. But with the size of Minecraft and the size of the fan base, it's really hard for tens of millions of players to decide between each other out of 4 different options what they would like to be added to the game. And obviously I'm referring to the mob vote between the Phantom and the 3 other mobs that were meant to be added back. I think it's in the 2018 mob vote. Now this was like the start of the downfall of the mob vote in my opinion, and that is because people like the Phantom. But the thing with a mob vote, it does not give enough context or information as to why we should pick it. This is something Mojang have kind of fixed since by showing a little kind of animated cartoony clip, but still that's another problem and we'll get onto that in a moment. But Mojang cannot possibly give us enough information in a mob vote to be able to select what we would like. I think if Mojang did want to continue the mob vote, something that would be quite cool and something that would be a lot better for the player and a lot easier on the player is if maybe they released 4 separate snapshots, each one with a unique mob, where then you could play around with the mob in game to be able to see its features and what people would like, so that then people can make a more informed vote. But the original layout and way a mob vote is structured is actually harmful for the game, because we never really got to see the Blaze King and how that would perform in game, and as a result of that the Phantom was picked and now is one of the most hated Minecraft features. Let's move on to the second point. We talked about how mob votes cannot possibly provide enough information in their current layout. Let's take a look at the current and most latest mob vote between the Moo Bloom, the Icologer and the Glow Squid. Mojang tried to show all of the mob's features through this, but as we saw through the way they do this, it is not in a very good format for the players to understand, and that is because let's look at the Glow Squid, the mob that actually won the mob vote. They've shown it as having some kind of a magical kind of a hypnotizing effect, where if you would look at it you'd actually get kind of stunned for a second just looking at how cool the mob actually is. However, this is not in the game itself, so the way Mojang do this, it's really hard to understand what is an actual feature and what is just there for the animated clip. And let's talk about that for a moment. The little videos Mojang use, so the way they announce this, if it was me doing it, like if I worked at Mojang and I was in charge of all this, not hating on anyone that actually worked on this behind the scenes, but I would show actual in-game gameplay, like in-engine gameplay, so that you could get an idea as to how the mob would look in-game, and I would also show some in-game footage of the mob's movements, some of its actions, its attacks, a bunch of stuff like that, so the player gets an actual idea of what the mob is and how it will work. It kind of tricked people into voting for the Glow Squid. I even saw this in the comments to a poll I did on the community feed. People really wanted this cool hypnotizing effect, however this is not in the game, resulting in people voting for basically an almost useless mob. I did a poll on the community tab on my channel and I said, would you still vote for the Minecraft Glow Squid knowing what we do about it today? And 75% of people said no. That is crazy. So like 75% of people, which is 3 out of 4 people, would not vote for it if they knew what the glow squid was actually like. This shows an extreme issue with the way Mojang do these votes. If they do want to continue to do them in the future, they would really have to switch up the way they show the community the new mobs. Like, as I said earlier, in-game footage, maybe release them in a snapshot and take them out if they lose the vote. That would be a much better way than showing some weird 8-bit video which really does not fit with the game or its art style or anything like that. The biggest issue and the main issue I'm going to talk about though is the size of the Minecraft fanbase and community at this point, and the rise of Minecraft influencers and figures. Now, let's talk about this for a moment. I'm not hating on anyone that voted for the glow squid or anyone that was influenced by certain influencers. You might know who I'm talking about, but I think this comment I found on my poll actually sums it up pretty well. Someone said, "I didn't even vote for it. Hopefully the next mobs that end up being voted on will be equally interesting, useful / useless. At least then it won't be so disappointing when everyone gets silenced by a hive mind." And that's kind of what I'm trying to summarize. A lot of people actually did not vote because they wanted that mob to be added. But if you remember, on the day of the mob vote, you had a bunch of influencers coming out, like Wattles, Dream, a bunch of people giving what they were voting for. And if you know how a real world vote works, you cannot do that, right? And I'm not saying we need realistic voting stuff and a bunch of stuff like that in Minecraft. What I'm trying to say is a mob vote is not possible with the size of Minecraft's community at this point. It really does not work. Maybe if they did it so that when you boot up Minecraft or you load up the launcher or you load up the game on console, maybe if they gave like a little tick box which you could not back out of and you had to progress through it in order to play Minecraft, that would be a bit more of a realistic and better way of doing the mob vote. But as I said, I do not think it would be possible for Mojang to do another mob vote or even biome vote in another live event, because this will happen again and it will result in maybe not the best mob and the one that people want being voted for. Like the glow squid, out of everyone I've asked, even if we look at the poll I did on the community tab, people really did not want the glow squid. People either wanted the isolager for its unique skills or attacks, or the moo bloom. But the glow squid, although some people did want it, and I'm not going to discredit that, it was influenced a lot by certain influencers. So that is a few reasons why I believe another Minecraft mob vote should never happen and may never happen again. Let me know what you think down below in the comments about this. It could be my personal preference, but I really do not want another mob vote. It results in too much cool content being lost, and if this continues, we could end up with multiple really cool options being lost from the game. Why can Mojang not do all of them, or just a few hand-selected ones? Why do they have to leave it up to a mob vote? Like, it does not make sense. But if you did enjoy the video, drop it a like and subscribe if you're new around here for daily Minecraft content. Thanks for watching everyone, have an amazing day and goodbye.